जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रासध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः. Namaskarams to all the Astikas who have gathered in the very premises of BIC on a Tuesday evening. Despite this beautiful occasion being the eve of a Chaturthi of Vinayaka, this being the 250th year of a great Vagekara poet called Mudduswami Dikshita, he says in his Vibhakti Kirtana, Bhumi Janayakam Bhukti Mukti Dayakam Nama Kirtana Tarakam Naravaragatamayikam Ramachandram Bhavayami. He says, I pay my obeisances, my prostrations to Sri Ramachandra. This is in Dvitiya Vibhakti in Sanskritam. So this Katha Nrityam, which is a blend of both Katha and Nrityam. Why? Why can't you just speak? Why can't the person just dance? Why should you blend? In Srimad Ramayanam, in Ayodhya Kandam, when Dasharatha decides to make Rama the heir apparent, the Yuvaraja, he seeks the opinion of his council of ministers who were then educated. So he asks his ministers, does Rama have the necessary qualification to be the heir apparent? They give a laundry list of qualities that Rama possesses that would make him the Yuvaraja. In that list comes the quality that Rama was good in dance. He was adept in dance, says Valmiki in Ayodhya Kandam. But rarely we have seen a Nartana Krishna, we have seen a Nataraja. Where have we seen a Nartana Rama? He is one of those family members who is trained in music. You ask them to sing, they'll say, oh, I'm just out of practice. So he was probably public shy to be dancing. He might have showcased that as a premiere to Sita, but that's not known to the public. But there is a quality mentioned in the Ramayana that suggests that Rama was good in Natya. So what? What if you're good in Natyam? You have your Salangai Pujai. After that, ಕನ್ನಡ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳೋವಾಗ ರಂಗಪ್ರವೇಶ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ತಮಿಳು ಚೊಲ್ಲುವುದು ಅರಂಗೇಟ್ರಂನು ಚೊಲ್ಲುவோம். ಅರಂಗೇಟ್ರನನ್ನು ನುಡ್ತಿರುವಂಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ. Because for many of them, Natya is just a few brownie points scored to get a university admission. So there it stops. But inadvertently, we must realize that Natya brings in discipline in one's life. The practitioner earns and imbibes discipline through Natya. So an administrator who is adept in Natya will be disciplined, was the conclusion. So in this Katha Nrityam, we wish to focus on 4 main characters. In the Ramayana, we often dwell only on Rama and Sita. The Dampatyam is highly revered. And then comes the hero of all our times, Hanuman. But through this production, we intend to focus on 4 women: Kaikeyi, Shurpanakha, Tara, and Mandotiri. So these are the 4 women through whom we will focus on Rama. What is their connection with Rama? Each of them had some kind of a tiff or an altercation with Rama. Kaikeyi is known. Then comes Shurpanakha, next comes Tara, and finally comes Mandotiri. Kaikeyi was the daughter of Ashwapati Maharaja of the Kaikeyi Pradesha. I've mentioned in many of my lectures what Kaikeyi comprises. It comprises some northern frontiers of the current day Pakistan, some frontiers of Afghanistan, and some parts of the southern parts of the Central Asian countries. So that is what is Kaikeyi. She belonged to that region. She had a brother called Yudhajit. Since she was the one who belonged to the Kaikeyi Pradesha, she was called Kaikeyi. There was a province later during the Mahabharata times called as Panchala, so she was called Panchali. There was a province called Videha. So she was called as Vaidehi. So there is a region that gives name. We of course, in the music world, we generally prefix the city names. Semmangudi Srinivasa Ayyar, Ariyakkudi Ramanuja Ayyangar, Bangalore Brothers, Hyderabad Sisters. From the villages, we have transitioned to metros. Now we'll have to have like Baswangudi Brothers and JP Nagar Third Phase Sisters. So we have transitioned to different names. Binomially, we have something called Americana. Periplaneta Americana is the Namakaranam for a cockroach. So we have the name that is associated with a place. So Kaikeyi belonged to that region. She married Dasharatha. And eventually, when they had children, Girvanair Arthyamano Dashamukha Nidhanam Kosaleshu Rishyashringe Putriyam Ishtim Ishtva Dadushi Dasharatha Bhrite Payasagryam Tad Bhuktva Tad Purandrishpapi Trishu Susamam Jatagarbha Sujato Ramastvam Lakshmanena Swayamata Bharatenapi Shatrughna Namna, says Narayana Bhattatri in the first verse of the 34th Dashakam in Narayaniya. So he mentions of the names of the brothers Rama, Bharata, Lakshmana and Shatrughna. Though she had birthed Bharata, Kaikeyi was extremely fond of Rama. So this is where we need to focus on the Ramayana when Dasharatha decides to make Rama the heir apparent and he hasn't made the decision public. That is when through media sources, the commoners, the praja get to know, and while they were making rangolis and toranams all through, that is when the nanny of her times, called as Mantara, so Kaikeyi's nanny, Hindi mein hota hai nani, that is maternal grandmother. This is nanny, the one who raises all of our children these days. So the nanny of those times was Mantara. Interestingly, she had a hunch, a very, very, very prominent hunch. And today, I'm sure if people called her by that name, there would be a case of body shaming. But she was called Kuni. In the Tamil language, she was called as the hunchbacked woman. தோன்றிய கூனியும் துடிக்கும் நெஞ்சினாள் ஊன்றிய வெகுளியாள் உழைக்கும் உள்ளத்தாள் கான்று எரி நயனத்தாள் கதிக்கும் சொல்லினாள் மூன்று உலகினிற்கும் ஓர் இடுக்கண் மூட்டுவாள், says Kamban. What was her expertise? Her expertise was in the very place that she was stationed, she could keep fight in very many worlds by staying in one place. That was her specialization. So this Mantara barges into the streets of Ayodhya when people were making beautiful rangolis. She asked, what brings you this joy? And they said, we heard from sources that Rama will be made the heir apparent, and this is what we've been waiting for, and we are extremely elated. And knowing what Mantara was, she bore a great prejudice towards Rama for reasons known and unknown. Rama says one reason, but then Agni Purana attributes another reason. Alvar says, Konde konda kodai meedu tenbulavu kuni kun bunde konda ranga vutti vul magrinda nada nur, says Tirumalizai Piran. She entered. She somehow wanted to be the deterrent to this process of the Pattabhishekam. That is where Valmiki says, what did she do? Nyati dasi yatojata kaikeya tu suhoshita Aruroha Sankasham, Chandra Sankasham, Aruroha Yadrichaya, Icha in Sanskritam is wish, will. She arrived with nobody's will, which is unexpectedly, Yadrichaya. She went into the inner apartment of Kaikeyi, and Kaikeyi, after having had a sumptuous lunch in the morning, brunch, lunch, whatever you wish to call it, she had a sumptuous one, a delicious one too. She was taking a siesta, a power nap. So while she was napping around 12:45 p.m., let's give it a time, if people want a time. So 12:45, this lady enters into the inner apartment, sees Kaikeyi resting. She says, Uttishta Mude, you fool, get up. Kaikeyi had the sword bit right next to her. She just missed an attack. So she woke up and she asked, "Oh, Mantara, what brings you here? Seeing you after a long time. Hope things are well with you. What brings you here?" She said, "Oh, you fool, don't you know there is a lightning that is about to strike you?" She said, "What lightning? What is it? Because this is Chitra Masam. That is was Chaitra. Where will you get monsoons?" So she said, "This is Chaitra. Where will monsoons come?" "What lightning are you talking about, you woman?" She said, "Don't you know that he is going to be made the heir apparent? Mantara, Rama is going to be made the heir apparent. Take these 2 strings of pearls from Narayana, Jubilee Hills, Hyderabad. Petko, Tisko." This lady threw those strings of pearls and she said, "I never said your son Bharata is to be made the heir apparent. It is her son." Kaikeyi says, "Rameva Bharatevaham Vishesham Nopalakshaye." Rameva, whether it is Rama, Bharateva or Bharata, Vishesham na upalakshaye, aham na upalakshaye. I don't see any difference between Rama and Bharata, which essentially means I don't see a difference between my son and somebody else's son. This was Kaikeyi's testimonial at 12:45 p.m. 2:15 she changed. 1.5 hours. We are still wondering what happened on the 10th of May, right? So, why the tariffs? So, between this 1.5 hours, what happened? Beech mein kya hua? This is when Kaikeyi is being brainwashed. But our production is focused at seeing what Kaikeyi's love is. Now, this Kaikeyi and Mantara's dialogue exchange is what is being immortalized by a great Tamil poet 350 years back called Arunachala Kavi in his famed poem called Ramanatakam. Kaikeyi is resting. She comes and says that Rama will be made the heir apparent. That is when Kaikeyi says, "I'm extremely happy with the decision." She is bent on changing her mind. She asks Kaikeyi, "What qualification does Rama possess?" "Parashuraman garvam tirtavandi." I'm sure there will be a blend of Kannada speaking, Tulu speaking, Konkani speaking, Malayalam speaking, Tamil speaking, Telugu speaking, Hindi speaking, Sindhi speaking, Marathi speaking, Astikas here. But the poets in the past were not as much talented and polyglot like us. So they stuck to one language. So they believed that we wouldn't be fighting which language is older. They believed that we would end up learning languages. Keeping that belief intact, I will explain briefly what she says. Parashuraman garvam tirtavandi. Mantara, do you remember when Rama married Sita and we as a retinue were marching and took a sojourn to Ayodhya? We were dumbstruck when Parashurama stopped and came halfway and said, "I will not let you people march forward. You have broken a broken bow." Because the bow that Rama lifted already had a crack. So it was not in a usable condition. So what you've broken is something that is to be preserved in the museums as an antique object. It was not something that was usable. So you claim for your glory and your fame, stating that you broke. What you broke was already broken. Handle the bow that I have. Rama, with that smile, he said, "Please give that to me." And he handled and put the arrogance of Parashurama down. Kratuhara shikari kantuka vihrutyunmuka jagadi runtuta jitahari danti danta dantu ronta dashavadana damana kushala dashashata bujamuka nripati kula rudira jara bharita prututara tata katarpita pitrika bhrugupati sugati vihatikara nataparudishu parigha, says Vedanta Deshika. So Parashurama Garva Bhangam happened. Parashuraman Garvam Tirtavandi. Mantara asks Kaikeyi, if he brought the arrogance of Parashurama down, how is that beneficial to us? Mantara, are you a fool? If Parashurama was just left as is, he would have broken havoc there and we would have been turned into a heap of ashes. So he saved us from dying. Nammayellam avan katavandi. So what do you imply, Kaikeyi? Pattam katta etha vandi. He is the one who is extremely and fully qualified to be the heir apparent. What qualification? Qualification batao. Nalu peril mootha vandi avandi. He is the oldest of all the four. That makes him the next heir apparent. What more? Avan en kanmani. He is my beloved. What more reason do you need, Mantara? Parashuraman garvam titavandi. Nammayallam avan katavandi. Pattam katta etavandi. Nalu peril moothavandi avandi. En kanmani ராமனுக்கு மன்னன் முடி தரித்தாலே நன்மையுண்டொரு காலே. Kaikeyi's love for Rama is what is going to be portrayed. But though we are not showcasing the other side of Kaikeyi, which is what happened at 2:15 p.m. So we are just sticking ourselves, we are just freezing the moment at 12:45 to 1 p.m. This is where we are freezing. Post 2:15 p.m., she becomes one of the persons who retrieves her long-lost boons which had no expiry date with Dasharatha, and Dasharatha manages to retrieve his memory from the pensieve, and then he says, oh yes, I granted this boon, so what? And then she is hell-bent to send Rama to the forest, and Rama being Rama, he's Ramachandra, she was extremely fortunate that she was not dealing with Krishna. Right, he would have sent her. So she summons Rama through Sumantra, and then Rama peeps in to check if his father is good. He is lying on the bed, and he asks Kaikeyi, my father has summoned me. Does he wish to say something to me? She says that he has been resting for quite some time. He's not been able to speak much. His vitals are not so promising. He wishes to tell you that you have to go to the forest. Rama says, it doesn't matter if he wishes me to go or you wish me to go. Whichever way, I will go. Mannavan paniyandragilum numpani maruppano en pinnavan petta selvam adiyaneen pettadandro. And he leaves Ayodhya, and being the ideal times of those days, you have Sita accompanying, Lakshmana accompanying. Again, had they been in 2025, Rama alone would have gone. Sita and Lakshmana, they say that instead of staying in Ayodhya with so many mothers-in-law, all of them who are healthy, so I would rather make a better choice, a prudent one, to join you to the forest. So, this segment of the Natya will focus on Kaikeyi's love for Rama, Mantara's information to Kaikeyi of what she heard from sources, and the dialogue and the exchange that the mother of Bharata, that is Kaikeyi, and her nanny, the one who guarded her through her younger days, Mantara, the hunchback woman, Kubja, had. Now we present the Natyam.
இதனால் ஊர் மக்களுக்கு அறிவிப்பது என்னவென்றால், இளவரசர் ஸ்ரீராமருக்கு நாளை பட்டாபிஷேகம்.
எல்லாம் விழாக்கோலம். என் மனமெல்லாம் சினத்தி கொழுந்து விட்டெரிகின்றது. இவளோ ஒன்றும் அறியாமல் உறங்குகின்றாளே. ஐயோ ஐயோ, என்ன அநியாயம், என்ன அநியாயம்! கைகேயி, கைகேயி, எழுந்திரு, எழுந்திரு! ஊரே அல்லோல கல்லோலப்படுகிறது. நீ என்ன உறங்கிக் கொண்டிருக்கிறாய்? கைகேயி, கைகேயி, உனக்கு தெரியாதா? நாளை ராமன் முடிசூடப் போகின்றான். இனி அவன்தான் அரசன்.
ராமனுக்கு மன்னன் மூடி தரித்தாலே நன்மையுண்டொரு காலே. 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 ராமனுக்கு மன்னன் மூடி தரித்தாலே. பரசுராமன் கர்வம் தீர்த்த வண்டி. பரசுராமன் கர்வம் தீர்த்த வண்டி.
அது சரி. அதனால் நமக்கென்ன நன்மை? என்ன பயன் கைகேயி, என்ன பயன்?
நம்மையெல்லாம் காத்த வண்டி. நம்மையெல்லாம் காத்த வண்டி.
வீண் வார்த்தை எதற்கு கைகேயி? யாரை ஏமாற்ற இந்த பேச்சு? உன்னையே நீ ஏமாற்றிக் கொள்கிறாய்.
பட்டம் கட்ட ஏத்த வண்டி.
சிரிக்க ஏற்றவள்தான். நீதான் தாசி, தாசி.
என் கண்மணி, என் கண்மணி, என் கண்மணி, என் கண்மணி. ராமன் என் கண்மணி. ராமன்.
Namaskaram. In the coming months of November, December, January, and February, there are very many discourses of mine, both in Tamil and in English, across different cities. The details of them have been posted on all my social media handles. Nevertheless, once more, for your attention and for your sake, I would like to read out very quickly. On the 1st of November, I have a keynote address at the Western Ghats Lit Fest. And in the evening, I've got a lecture on Bhajagovindam for Mahaveera group at Mayflower Shakti Gardens. On the 2nd of November, I'm very delighted to be performing Sangeeta Katha Nrityam with Sangeetam Vidwan Aditya Madhavan, dance by Shruti Priya Vignesh, and the topic is Bhajagovindam, where I will be speaking at Naradagana Sabha. On the 15th of November, I will be giving a lecture on the lives and the works of Alvars for Bharati Vidya Bhavan in Bangalore. On the 29th of November, there is a mega event where I will be speaking on the 6 witnesses with 4 great musicians, Surya Gayatri, Spurti Rao, Vishruti, and Swaratmika, with the dance by Smriti Sudhakar at the Music Academy. 30th of November, I will be speaking on Guru Guhananda in English, the contributions made by Mudduswami Dikshita at the Bengaluru Gayana Samaja. On the 5th of December at Hosur, Dasappa Kalyana Mantapam, I'll be talking on Bhajagovindam. On the 6th of December at Sri Yadugiri Yatiraja Matha in Malleshwaram, Bangalore on Sri Krishna Leela. On the 10th of December for Margari Maha Utsavam, the topic will be Pasurapadi Ramayanam with Anahita and Apurva. 11th of December at Bharati Vidya Bhavan, Ramanuja Charitram, a Harikatha with Anahita and Apurva. On the 12th of December, it's a closed door event for the Rotary Club of Madras East. 13th of December with Kiran and Nivi, it's a Harikatha on Kulashekar Alvar Vaibhavam at RK Convention Center in Mailapur. 14th of December, Shastra Satsang Vadapalani. Being the Narayaniyam day, it's a special lecture on Narayaniyam Enum Wonder. And 15th December at Sri Shankara Vidyashramam, conducted by Karnataka and Tiruvanmayur. It will be a Harikatha with Anahita and Apurva on Attigiri Varadar Vandar. And 16th of December at Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan for Karthik Fine Arts, it is Harikatha on Annamaya Charitram with Swaratmika. 17th of December at Shastra Satsang again, Vedanta Deshika Charitram Harikatha with Rangan Brothers from Melbourne. On the 18th of December at Bharat Kalachar, it's a Harikatha on Periyalvarum, Andalum with Rangan Brothers yet again at TP Road. 19th of December in the morning, Ramanuja Millennium Auditorium for Charsur Arts. We will be doing a Harikatha with Anahita and Apurva on Rama Bhaktiyum Vibhaktiyum. Followed by that, on the 19th of December at Karnataka Sangha School for Anusham Arts Academy, it will be a Harikatha on Ramanatakam of Arunachala Kavi with Swaratmika. And on the 20th of December in the morning for Parthasarathi Swami Sabha at a Vidya Bharati Kalyana Mantapam, it will be a Upanyasam on Shatpadiyum, Saptapadiyum. And 20th of December evening, Naradagana Sabha, it is a beautiful Harikatha on Nari Shakti, Stri Shakti with Anahita and Apurva. 21st of December in the morning for Sharanalayam, Mahaperiyava Sharanalayam in Nanganallur, there will be a lecture on Shatpadiyum and Saptapadiyum. In the afternoon, it is an interview at the Tamil Virtual Academy Auditorium at Koturpuram on the Alvars. And then on 21st of December evening at Shoringanallur at Umadri Mahal, it will be a topic called Kamban Yenum Rama Bhaktan. The same topic, Kamban Yenum Rama Bhaktan, I will be speaking on the 22nd of December at Tirunelveli for Nellai Sangeeta Sabha. 23rd of December at Shivakasi for Vairam Meera Convention Center. On the 24th of December for Setupati School in Madurai, the same topic. And on the 30th of December, tentatively I am to speak on the importance of Nutyat Divyadesham on the Vaikuntha Ekadashi Eve for PGP Auditorium in Singapore. On the 31st of December, it is for Tamil Isai Mandram in Georgetown. I will be speaking on Tiruppugadil Ramayanam. And coming to the month of January, on the 17th of Jan, I will be speaking on Narayaniyam in Wonder for Shanmukhananda in Mumbai. On the 18th of December, it is our grand production called Agre Pashyami at the very same premises. On 1st of February, I am to participate and speak at the Jain University Summit in Kochi. And 13th of February, it will be a special lecture for Shivaratri for Odakattur Mutt, which will be organized by Ramakrishna Bhajana Sabha. On the 22nd of February, for the first time, I am going to be a part of Mayuram Bhajanotsavam in the very, very famous and very close to heart Mayavaram. So that is the program for now. I know it's too many programs. All this has been put in the form of poster. Please do participate wherever you can. Namaskar.